I'm your host, Alex Jones. The websites are Infowars.net, JonesReport.com, WhatIsTheEndGame.com, PrisonPlanet.tv. Let's go ahead and talk to Taylor in New Jersey. You're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex. How you doing?
Doing all right, sir. Welcome.
Hey, I'm a Prison Planet TV member, and I just had 3 quick things to ask you real quick.
Go ahead.
Really, I just want to ask you, have you ever heard of Dr. Sebi? Have you ever heard of B.T. Cotton? And how do you think they program these college professors?
Okay, the names you threw out rung some bells. Say them again.
Dr. Sebi, he claims to cure AIDS. Supposedly defeated the New York Supreme Court in 1988, claiming that he cures AIDS and defeated him supposedly.
You know, I don't know enough about that to be able to comment on it. I know HIV is just an overall cover for soft kill weapon testing going on in the third world. And we know they developed a autoimmune virus. There's government documents on that. They didn't call it AIDS, but that was done in the 70s by the Navy in their weapons labs. And we've had guests on those subjects. But specifically, you're saying, how do they program college professors? Very simply, you can either be a right-winger and buy into the fake right-wing paradigm, kind of the Republican mainline system, and you get tenure and funding and books published and, you know, additional research funds. So instead of making $50,000 a year as a professor, if you play ball, you can make millions a year. Or you can be a leftist professor and be given foundation and government funding as well. So it's the research funding that President Dwight D. Eisenhower talked about. At that time, close to 90% was government funded. That he talked about the dangerous influence of the military-industrial complex by a technological elite or a scientific dictatorship. So that's how they control the professors.
Oh, wait, because it's just disgusting. Because I'm a Division I athlete myself. I'm on full scholarship, it makes it ridiculous when athletes act like they can't be awake, too. But I'm on full scholarship. I play quarterback at the University of Tennessee at Martin. And, I mean, the professors are really just disgusting at how they protect the global warming thing. And, I mean, they don't answer any questions. You can't bring up anything. They really shut down the class. Like, it's ridiculous how they act like it's a conspiracy theory. They make me out to be a nut whenever I ask them anything that's
well, there are memos out that the New York Times reported on last week, but they said it was a good thing that all the main global warming professors over the top colleges in the world are receiving funding, and they are told by the UN, do not talk to the media, do not answer questions, because they can't. Listen, I saw headlines all this week again. The Arctic and Antarctic is melting, okay? Well, you know, in the Arctic, it is summer right now. It's winter in the Antarctic. And so when it's summer, the ice sheet always gets smaller, and then it gets bigger in the winter. It expands and contracts, but they will show the glaciers melting and say we're all dead and the sea levels are going to come up. Meanwhile, Al Gore's out buying $15 million houses right on the beach. I mean, it's even if you believe carbon dioxide is deadly, how does cutting our carbon dioxide that humans exhale and putting taxes on Europe and the West, and then no taxes on China, India, Mexico, and other third world nations, when then our industry moves there, then the carbon dioxide input actually goes up? You say that to the professor.
I know, I tell him, I point all the facts. I tell him about ClimateGate. I bring it all up to him. It's really disgusting. I mean, I tell him, you know, I tell them everything. They act like I'm a nut. It's ridiculous. I mean, well, I mean,
look, sir, Congressman Stark 2 weeks ago said in a town hall there is no problem on the border. 2 days ago, Senator Harry Reid, in a video interview, we've got the clip, but it's up on InfoWars and Prison Planet. People want to see it. Maybe we'll have time to play it. It's a short clip, and they said we have a big problem with illegal aliens in construction. This research study shows that 70% of construction workers are illegal aliens. He says that's not true. There are none in Arizona. There are none in Nevada. And it turns out in Nevada, they have double that number. So, I mean, they just lie to you. I mean, if you say anything to them, they'll lie to you. I mean, I've seen them lie and say that Margaret Sanger wasn't a Nazi. I mean, this is just what they do. They have no respect for you. They stonewall you because they know it's their eugenics religion. It's their excuse to collectivize things. So if I was you, I'd just get your degree, get your scholarship, play ball, and move on, because it sounds like, you know, you're getting a good deal out of it, and you know the truth. And so I would just hand out flyers, wake up the students to the brainwashing. But you're probably wasting your time with these arrogant people. They are running a cult, a eugenics cult. We're going to cover that coming up at the bottom of the hour. Anything else, Taylor?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say BT cotton, and now, like, it's in women's tampons and diapers and other things like that. Now that's just disgusting. I mean, hybrid plants in general, people need to really research hybrid plants and what they're doing with the genetic modification with the cotton, like how 88% of the U.S. cotton. I'm a plant and soil science major, so, like, I see all this stuff, and, I mean, they try to tell me that this stuff, like ingesting all, like, Roundup Ready and all these things, are like, it won't hurt you, and I'm trying to tell them it builds up over time, and they won't listen. I'm telling them about soft kill. It's just disgusting.
Well, see, Taylor, write an article about it. You ought to write an article. If you want to use a pseudonym, that's fine. As a student studying this technology, send it to writers@infowars.com. We'll check out the facts. If it's good, we'll post it. God bless you. That's how you fight back. Start your own blog. Create your own system. You're an agent of liberty inside that brainwashing facility, and so be subversive against their subversion of truth. Listen, let's just search engine it right now. Farm animals dying, animals fed BT cotton die. Because what they do is they feed the seeds that are stripped out in the machines when they take the seeds out of the cotton that's been grown, that's grown from BT. They can soak the Roundup Ready on the corn, on the cotton, on the soybeans. The plants don't die. They absorb it. And, I just had Mr. Smith on a few weeks ago, Jeffrey Smith, about all the mainline studies that they feed BT cotton seeds to cows, they feed it to pigs, they feed it to other farm animals, and they get sick and die. And that's 100% in India and the United States, 100% fact. They know it's 100% fact. In fact, search engine it right now for people. Let's just show them. Farm animals fed BT cotton seeds, sick and dying. They know. They know. They got German studies about the BT pollen. Other bugs won't eat it, but the bees do. And they die. And they find it in their intestines. Sickness and death in animals exposed to BT cotton. GMWatch.org. Academic review. Genetic roulette claim. Sheep diet for grazing and BT cotton. There's a whole bunch of articles right there. And it just goes on and on and on. BT cotton is killing animals in India and affecting humans. It goes on. BT cotton killing animals in North India on large scale. He just keeps scrolling down through them. There's the Hindustan Times. BT cotton fields can kill farm animals. Hindustan Times. That's a mainstream paper. Let's just keep reading headlines. Keep scrolling. Sure, there's tens of thousands you can read for yourself. That's what, it hit me this morning when I was driving into work. Because I'm saying to myself, man, you're giving up opportunities to have a reality show. And maybe if you do that, then it'll get your name out there more and people will get your real info. Or you're not going to go do this History Channel show. You're saying no to all this stuff. And what about your career and all this? I could care less. And then I just thought to myself, this is such a nightmare. I know aspartame is in tens of thousands of products. Foods, cake mixes, candy, gum, even the regular sugar stuff has it added. I know that the government knew when they approved it that it killed the majority of the monkeys they fed it to. It kills you. I know BT cotton is killing the animals that eat it. I know the BT corn is killing the bees. Well, the U.S. has lost more than half of them. I know that sodium fluoride brain damages us. I know the genetically modified salmon are designed to take over and cause extinction in the normal salmon populations. And the government knows that, and it's mainstream news, McClatchy newspapers 2 days ago. I know I'm telling the truth. I know there's a giant eugenics operation. And we're arguing about, is it racist to be against government-run health care? The government-run health care is meant to take control of your life and carry out eugenics and have government-run systems of diagnosis. I know that all of this is being done. It's 100%. How can I even hate some dumb cop who comes over and threatens me and violates my rights? Sure, 5-6 years ago, I get angry and hate them. Now I just see some poor poison zombie who I cry at night wishing I could reach him. These stupid politicians, they don't know. It's the scientific elite. I'm making a film about this right now, and I know all the info, but I'm so immersed in it, and I'm learning so much. It's unspeakable. It's all around us, and they're announcing every day. In fact, search engine, infertility at epidemic levels worldwide. Search that term. And there are countries where the majority of men are almost completely infertile.